In episode 1 we got known with the crew sailing Barba to Svalbard for the Arctic Sense expedition. We had great conditions and met dolphins. And Andreas, he went diving with them. Now we were well on their way and Tawanda was out enjoying his night watch.
It's 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm on night watch. The sun is still up, which is quite interesting. I'm on at this kind of late hour, but it feels like I'm on in the afternoon. It's kind of been a struggle, but I'm definitely getting used to it now, and it's turned out to be something that's quite beautiful. There are 5 of us on board at the moment, so each of us has a 2-hour watch, and then we rotate amongst the 5, which leaves us with 2 hours on, and then we have 8 hours off, which is quite comfortable, enough time to get some sleep, enough time to get some rest, and then if it's during the day, we can have proper meals and prepare and rest well.
Trying to fix the whale hydrophone so we can listen in for the whales, the dolphins.
Let's stop a bit there. So, as Andreas said, the hydrophone, that's the one we use to record whale vocals. In other words, it's an important tool for the scientific and educational purposes on board, so it's not too good to have a broken one. But let's take a sneak peek on some ongoing recordings on Svalbard right now.
What do you hear? So right now we're listening in on a pod of beluga whales. You want to listen in? They are called the canary birds of the sea because they're very vocal. Hasn't been working, and I've tried quite a bit to fix it, but I think we're back in business now. It works again. Yeah, now it works.
It's genius. I mean, we've needed this for the last 2 days, so it's good to have the hydrophone back.
We are well on our way to Bjørnøya now, and the ocean is dead calm, so we can't really use the sails, and we're moving quite slow, but it's perfect to spot wildlife.
So I was sitting here with Tawanda, I was having a cup of tea, and I saw a black dorsal fin, and it was like a whale, but then I saw it wasn't moving so fast, and then I knew what it could be. Basking shark, which is the world's second largest fish after the whale shark. We have a basking shark.
Basking shark, I didn't see anything, but I trust Andreas' vision.
If we got closer, we could see this fin going slowly through the water. It's filtering the plankton.
It's amazing. Wouldn't believe we would see this.
So close.
And it just stayed next to the boat for a minute or 2.
It's massive. Wow. It was incredible. I've never seen a basking shark. I've never seen something so close to the boat, so massive.
Probably the largest animal I've ever seen, and it's just, an astonishing sight. It's hard to explain.
I wanted to see a basking shark for as long as I've known about it, maybe since I was 10 years old. Wanted to travel to the Shetland island, but here they are.
So, after a rather emotional encounter, the shark decided to leave us and continue on its own journey. And so did we.
We're about 8 hours south of Bear Island, and now we're entering a bank of fog. It's going to be interesting to see how the next couple of hours unfolds. It's not a concern though, we have a radar and an AIS, so but hopefully the fog will lift so we can see the island in not too long. But this is the Arctic, it's quite typical to have fog up here that comes and goes. We're getting dinner before we go and anchor and spend the day in Bear Island. This feels like a perfect size for dinner.
That's perfect.
And with the dinner secured, we sailed into Bear Island.
Good to get to Bear Island.
Which we didn't really see much of.
Good. Time to rest, get a couple of hours of sleep, and then it's time to explore.